Hey, today we're going to look at mortgage rates and them going up or down, their influence on demand for Wake County residential real property. So this graph and the graph that's going to follow comes from the St. Louis Fed. The first graph that we're looking at is mortgage interest rates. Once again, a lot of these videos that I'm producing, I'm going to go back as far as I can in time to give us perspective because I think it's important to have a perspective, especially with the way most real estate people, including myself, operate with a very short memory. If you go back to here, this is mortgage interest rates all the way back to 1971. So I got in the business in 1982. And look at that, 16.63% interest rates. We hope we never see that again. Here was the peak in terms of recent history, 18.37. Some of you watching this video may remember how difficult it was to do transactions then. But look at what is going on since that time, since November 6th of 1981. Interest rates essentially went straight downhill until March of 2013. So that was an unprecedented when it went all the way down to 3.52. Then we moved up a little bit to March. We got up to about 4.5. And then we're really this steady period going through here. So now I'm going to just knock it off too. So take a look at this picture. There's a top there. There's a bottom here. Now if I cut this to a 5-year period, look at what we've got. The picture changes dramatically. Essentially what you've seen here is a fairly stable to decreasing environment. But really, let's go to the lower. Now, the shaded area here is COVID, and that was declared a recession. And the recession was from February of 2020 until April of 2020. We popped out of that really quick. And what happened is that interest rates kind of peaked during that recession at 3.65. But we'd love to have that right now. And then they valleyed at 2.65 in January 7th of 2021. Notice what has happened to those rates since January of 2021 at 2.65. They've really been on this upward trend up until June of this year. They peaked at 5.81, but now look what happened. They had a big drop to here in August at 4.99, and now with the Fed's recent announcement about their continued dedication to stamping out inflation, they have increased to 6.02 in September of this year. I'm going to pop in another graph here. This is what the Fed calls a hotness score, and this is for Wake County. How do they define heat? They define heat by views on Realtor.com of properties with a status of active in Wake County. I bring this up because most people that are practitioners within Wake County think that we operate in a bubble and we're not really influenced by national items such as employment, unemployment, mortgage rates, things like that. But this shows you that we absolutely are. This goes back to August of 2017, and it valleys October of 2020. But here's the peak in terms of demand on Realtor.com, February of 2022. This also correlates with, if you go back to that previous graph, the stark upward increase in mortgage interest rates. But here's the thing that's tough for Wake County practitioners to understand. Look at how this has dropped. February 2022, it was, the score, you can't see it, it's about 910. But it has decreased to 57. So it's almost cut in half between February and August. So yes, demand for real property in Wake County in terms of Realtor.com listing views has been adversely impacted by increasing mortgage rates, and this will be felt in decreasing sales. So hope that is helpful.